Oh my god, the scene started so fast. Hi, people. This is a scene for Empire of Thorns that started very, very quickly on accident. So Kimberly has gathered all of her ingredients for her head spinning to make a uh is it a spinning wheel or a sewing
Spinning
board?
well.
Okay, spinning wheel, yes. For her crafting. But one of the ingredients that she needs is a very particular wood that she's heard is basically the bestest best for this. There are other woods that are good. I mean, work definitely, but she wants the bestest best. And it is a wood that grows only in Fairy. Um, Obviously, she doesn't want to go to Fairy, but there apparently, as she understands it, is a there is a merchant in the Boston Goblin Market, as she understands it. Boston Market,
Boston Market.
who who does sell this wood. And so she goes up to Boston to get this man's wood. Um,
Oh boy.
so,
Will they perhaps
oh,
stop at Boston Market to get
oh
food?
boy. When they stop at Boston Market to get food, and she doesn't understand why she's craving it so much. Her man's just going to sit there smiling at her. And that being said, her man is in tow, by the way. Richard has gone with her to drive because she's half asleep and apparently pregnancy cravings have started to hit. Um, so they'll drive up there. It's a simple 5-hour trip. Park, get set up wherever it is they're staying, and they'll head into the market. The Boston Goblin Market is actually a very interesting affair. It's built inside of the uh, skeleton, essentially, of what used to be the old market, and burnt down to the fucking ground and left behind its brick remains. And from that, the market has been built around it. So it starts off as basically uh, it's a very large market with lots of corridors and lots of subsections and all of that sort of thing. And there's brick, but there's also a lot of wood, fabrics, and things like that that have been used to partition off. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
different stalls and the different shops and things like that. And some of the shops are genuine, legitimate shop fronts, like doors, woods, all that good stuff. There's a couple of restaurants in here. This market is a little bit more livelier than New York's market. The reason being because the Boston market is they only have one big one, whereas New York has several larger ones, but also kind of smaller ones spread about the whole city.
Mhm.
Boston only has one very large one, and this is it. Um, so it takes they'll kind of point you in the right direction for Griff. Um, and his is an actual shop front that is very large. Um, it's one of those things where the shop front itself, the doors, the windows, all that stuff is very large, but the building behind it is one of the larger sections. And it does say open, like the placard is twisted to open. So Richard will look at the door and go, he'll kind of look at the paper and look at the door, and it says, Griffin's Hardware.
He'll look. She'll look back at him, and kind of rubbing the sleep stuff out of her eyes. She's tired. She's exhausted. She wants chicken, but specifically from Boston Market. But all of that put aside, she politely grabs hold of his hand and she will walk into the store.
As he's walking, he'll kind of point behind himself and he's like, "Do you want me to go get you a latte or maybe some cocaine?" He'll kind of like, "You look
She'll
like you need
kind
to
of
wake the fuck up."
she will like grab his nose, like knock it off. Like
No, I could actually go get you coffee though if you'd like. I've heard that not that much coffee is okay for the babies, and
she says, no, I'll be
Market
all
cool.
right. I can pull through. Be okay.
His nose like wiggles and he growls, like, "Okay," and he'll start shaking like minutely.
What's wrong, baby? She'll look at him.
He'll like it's a behavior you see in dogs when they are aware that they're in another, like, canine's turf, essentially.
Uh-huh.
That's his problem. He's, like, kind of backing up, and then, like, he'll growl, like, kind of taking a few steps forward,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, back up, like, cautiously and kind of sniff the air.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll poke his head into the thing first, because pregnant mate is not walking in first.
Mm-hmm.
No chauvinistic machismo here, but no.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll kind of look around. And here's the deal. It's not that Griffin is bigger than him. They're about equal size. But your man's a dog, and this dude's a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll basically kind of, he kind of steps in and he sniffs around and he looks. And it's one of those areas where he definitely realizes he's in another canine's territory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of like poking and looking, trying to figure out where this canine is. And then very suddenly, a red-haired gentleman will basically jump in front of him, like with a very savage, like, growl and like a kind of a thing. You know what I mean? And they'll square off for a moment. And Richard will actually kind of yelp and kind of like crouch and like kind of like pull back a little bit, because this guy goes wolf level, like savage.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll reach out and kind of pet Richard's head, like, it's okay, calm down, Jesus Christ. Like, the hell's wrong with you? And then he'll look back at Kimberly and he'll smile at him. Like, kind of, it's a feral smile, but he'll give him a smile.
Mm-hmm.
Or her a smile. And he'll say, hi.
She'll look at him. For the purpose of this, since I just brought presents for, we'll just say that's a thing. My overlay doesn't depict that. I apologize to everyone saying. While seeing and watching the scene. She will look at Griffin and smile. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Does he have any mantle?
No. He appears to be coreless.
Uh,
He'll move towards her very much like a confident lupine would,
mhm.
and his nose kind of sniffing the air, and he'll get pretty close to her, not like, fuck you in my space close, but enough that he's smelling her and getting a sense for her.
Most females would kind of back up and cower a bit, but Kim just kind of like closes the position between both of them.
Mhm.
And she says yes. Well, her for the when she approaches Griffin, he will get the faintest smell of pumpkins and warm apples when she gets close.
Mhm.
Denoting her mantle, which has gotten stronger for some reason. And she will just kind of cock her head. Yes, well, I'm here to find some silverwood. She'll cock her head and look at him.
His brows will go wide. Like, his brows go up and his eyes kind of go a little bit wide. He'll kind of sniff and look back into the essentially fucking warehouse that his store is.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll kind of look, and he'll basically dive back and go in.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about like 10 minutes, but he'll come back out with about. He'll come back with one board of it, and it is very beautiful. I mean, it gleams and glistens, and this one board alone is a fucking fortune.
How much?
He'll come and hold it up like this one, like that.
Is that enough for her spinning wheel?
No.
That's
He just brought a sample to show what if that's what it was she wanted.
Yes, that.
He'll nod, and he'll go and he'll come back with about. he actually grabs like a pallet sled,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll throw some onto it, and he'll drag it back. Muscles everywhere for your enjoyment. Um, and he'll basically kind of drag the pallet sled back over, and he's got about a good. It okay if you got what he brought back, you could make the wheel, and like you'd have like leftover pieces to make other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll like look down at it.
Show smart. How much?
Are you wishing to trade in human money or in things?
Which is easier for you, my dear?
I don't have much need for money.
Well, then we won't be dealing with money now, will we?
He'll grin, a very toothy feral grin. Richard will kind of sit like at her feet, essentially, kind of leaning his head against her leg. Like, this is my mate, don't touch her. And the wolf will just kind of look down at him like, I fucking want your mate. Not for anything longer than a night.
He says that?
No. It's in his
Okay.
eyes. Like, calm down. Fuck, I don't want your mate.
Mm-hmm.
Although there's a mild desire there. It's just kind of like, do your thing.
She will play with her hair, kind of like pull it up into a bun. So,
Okay, hi. His brows will go up, and his tail will sweep a little bit.
look at him like, and she'll just kind of like look at him in a very playful way. Down, boy. It's hot. It's hot in this store. Stop giving me that look.
He'll grin, and then he'll purse his lips and he'll blow.
She kind of rolls her eyes. Like, anyway. What's empathy for him?
Okay. I'm gonna give him the standard wit sympathy. Actually, his wits isn't too low. One success.
It's one of those things where if you're trying to flirt with her, he's going about it the wrong way. Like what you just did was the definite no.
He'll smile. You can give me a return with sympathy if you want.
Sure.
While you do that, give me 1 second. I have to grab something out of the kitchen.
Okay.
Roll for me, and I'll be back.
No. What the fuck? All right.
How many successes did he have?
She has 3.
Okay. Here's the deal. Right now he's just being playful with her. He's not quite trying to flirt with her because he's not so emboldened to do that next to her husband. Without open invitation. He was less being flirty and more just kind of playing with her basically. But you can tell that there is interest in her. It's just her husband is right there literally touching her. So he was being more playful than he was flirty. But he could be flirty.
How so? If you're not dealing in actual things, what exactly do you want?
He'll kind of chew his lip for a moment. You know this wood comes from very, very deep within Fairy, don't you?
She'll nod.
You're from the Empire of Thorns, aren't you?
That I am.
So, Farron is your king. One of your kings. The Wolf King?
She'll nod.
He'll think on it for a moment and kind of tap his lip. I want a private audience with him. I want to meet him. One-on-one.
Concerning?
No, nothing. That's why. I just want to meet him. But I've been told it's quite hard to meet him if you have no in, especially if you're not of the Empire itself. It is actually very hard to meet him.
She'll bite her lip. She'll dig in her purse and fiddle with her Palm Pilot. He does owe me that favor.
Oh, you're right. Indeed, he does that again. Forgot about that.
She'll send him a message asking. She'll send a message to the king.
Okay. It takes a few minutes. It takes about 10 minutes, but he'll send back a reply saying that he would, for exchange for your favor, he'll happily do that.
She'll smile. Consider it done.
He'll kind of like look surprised and he says, "Oh, really? You?"
Sweetie, who the fuck do you think I am? She'll just kind of cock her head.
Richard will give him a grin. And he'll just kind of like blink.
And she'll just kind of like in a very almost a predatory thing. Maybe she got it off of Richard. She's like looking him up and down. Like, I don't know. It just got real far real quickly.
He'll kind of blink and like bite his lip, basically.
Okay. I perception with empathy.
On my end, or do you want it?
No, on her, yeah, fine. On her end.
Let me do one for him too. He doesn't want to. Fucking that. If this were White Wolf, that would have sucked. Like if this were original,
Yeah.
that
Nothing.
would have hurt.
Nothing.
But he got one. What's she doing?
She's sizing him up.
In a aggressive way or in a potential way?
In a way where someone you've underestimated her. And she takes not major issue, but slight issue with it.
I'll give this to you. What you're starting to pick up about him because you're sizing him up is that he's very feral and he's very he's not cosmopolitan at all.
Mm-hmm.
You're used to dealing with more kind of cosmopolitan and kind of like sophisticated people, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Andre being your fucking mentor.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. he's raw, he's feral, he's passionate, he's very he's not very worldly in social etiquette, and like even Richard is more cosmopolitan than him. It doesn't make him necessarily lesser. He's not. What am I trying to say? He's more Red Talon.
Gotcha.
And he'll basically kind of he gives her like he'll lower his head. Like he doesn't lower it, but he lowers his chin, like looking at her as a show of respect.
And she will immediately she'll accept it.
How would you like to get this home? I can have it delivered to you.
We can take she'll look and kind of play with Richard's ear a bit.
He'll look up.
You think you can carry that?
He'll look over to it,
Mhm.
and he'll kind of like. Give me 1 second. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna have him spin willpower too because.
He's showing off in front of Bay right now, I imagine.
Huh?
I guess he's trying to show off in front of Bay, I imagine.
No, this is extremely fucking heavy. But he does pick it up actually. he'll actually he'll like stack it right and kind of move it right and all that, and he'll basically kind of like essentially he kind of wiggles under it. Like he'll like what he'll do is he'll cold snatch it up and basically put it onto his shoulders and then lift himself up like with kind of a grunt and then look down at her. And Griffin's jaw fucking drops like oh.
Thank you, baby. She just kind of smiles at him. Those warm doll eyes.
He'll kind of roll his neck, and basically he's literally just standing there holding it like it's nothing. Like there's no weight under him, like over him.
She'll just kind of alright. Alright, because Cam is that type. I'm gonna do presents. Yeah, I'll do socialize. She's gonna flirt with him.
With her own man?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, hey. It's your man. Take 2 dice. It's your husband.
She fails.
She fails? You can't fail your fucking husband.
Well, she fails. For the purpose of what I was trying to do, she fails.
Okay, what does she do?
She kind of like wraps her arm like around him. She says, "Thank you, baby. That's my alpha," and she just kind of smiles. Like
he'll bite his lip and he'll lean down and kind of kiss her forehead.
And she'll turn back at Griffin and is there anything I can do for you?
Oh no. I'll shake his head.
Any issues you need resolved?
Don't think
Problems? So. People you don't like?
There is someone I don't like.
Who don't you like, my dear?
Well, there's this woman.
I don't like bitches anyway. What's her name?
Her name is Erica.
Erica, who?
He'll think on it, and he's like, I don't know if she has a surname.
She'll sigh.
Well, no, I mean, he'll point. It's a hob, so. Erica Villain? I think she goes by Erica Villain sometimes.
Is she court affiliated?
No, she's a hop.
So sorry. If I were to do this for you, how much would it mean to you?
He'll like tap his lip. Could mean a lot.
She'll smile. I'll be in touch, Griffin.
He'll nod.
That was flirtation. Slight.
He'll smile. I'll see you when I go see the king. Hopeful.
She'll kind of like spin on her heel. If my alpha will allow me to.
He'll give him a wink. Like he'll give Griffin a wink. But it's kind of a not a brush off fuck you wink.
Mhm.
But just kind of we'll see. So the thing with the girl, he's gonna like take time. There is actually something there that I planned for another plot, like for someone else, but
Okay.
actually got dropped, so it would work with you. So she goes back to Boston, I imagine, or back to New York.
Yeah.
Or is there anything else she wants to do while she's in Boston? There's not.
She's gonna. Is there an Odom court here?
There is, yes.
She'll go and she will check in with the monarch. Say hi.
Okay. The monarch here is a man. I don't have an overlay for him, although I do have a picture.
Okay.
But he's actually he's a little bit interesting.
Mm-hmm.
In that he's here. I'll show you. When I show you the overlay, you'll understand what I mean about him being interesting.
Okay.
He's not very frightening in the sense of like being overly like outwardly frightening.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I have to search through a ton of fucking overlays. I have the courts for a lot of the major areas, but him I didn't have an overlay for. Come on. Here he is. That is not the fucking monarch. It's the wrong picture. Did it change?
Hold on. Yes. That's a he.
Yeah, that's not the that's the problem. That's the monarch. That's the monarch.
Oh. Wow. Kim, damn. It's roll fake dice for that one. All right. God damn it. When I actually need a plus or minus.
Does not count as an answer.
Oh damn. She might not know how to respond to him. Like.
Yeah, basically she's brought into the throne room,
Mm-hmm.
which in Boston looks like an old, like antique chamber essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a Darkling antiquarian.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll basically kind of look up from the throne and like he has he looks kind of not young. It's not that he looks very young. It's that he has that quality of him. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He has that otherworldly quality.
Okay.
And he has when he speaks, he has a very solid. You know what he's like? He's like William Star Eyes. He's a little bit like William Star Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll basically look up to her.
He should probably make a clarity roll.
Okay.
Because there's things wrong with her and her baby and her tummy.
Yes, he does notice it. His name is Joseph, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll look over her. Yeah, I'm gonna make an overlay for him after we're done with this. He's so pretty.
Yes.
And he'll smile at her and give her. He'll actually get up and kind of put the book he was reading down. He's a little bit tall. He's like 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
And he'll walk over to her.
She will bow deeply. giving him proper respect as for his title.
What it is with him, it seems as though, you know how like the court embraces fear, but also like the occult and like magic and things like that.
Hmm.
It seems like he's more on the edge, where Mir is more fear based.
Hmm.
He seems more based in the occult and like contracts and things like that.
Hmm.
And he'll look at her and he'll say, "How utterly fascinating."
What is?
Your position. He'll look down at her stomach.
Oh, that she'll smile.
I've only ever seen that one other time, and it was with the former Queen Alisane of New York, the Empire of Thorns.
Oh, and how did that go?
Well, other than the fact that she was slaughtered.
Well, obviously her children were slaughtered.
Her child resides, as I understand it, under the care of Liam Hendricks.
I bring you greetings from the Empire of Thorns. I thought it would be terribly in poor taste if I didn't come by and say hello.
He'll hold his hand out to her politely.
She'll take his hand.
He will kiss her knuckles.
The reason why I, besides paying my proper respect, is there anything that I could help with? Any of your efforts? Perhaps a mutual collaboration between both Autumn Courts.
There is something that is a concern to me, and had begun to find resolution, but has recently erupted in chaos again. It's not very displeased at the matter. There is a member of your court. You may know of him. His name is Claudio Donati. He's waiting to see if you...
She nods.
He is a baron of the Lesser One, and he has for some time been negotiating with the... We have had a problem with our hob market. There has been much, and he'll like consider his words, because it's really, really hostile. Yeah. We have had trouble with our market. There is a woman in the market. Her name is Erica Verlaine, and she is... He'll think. You know when someone takes it upon themselves to make sure that they have more fingers in the pies and pots?
She'll nod.
She's turning it into a... She's turning it into a pocketbook, which she's developed and created many contacts. For a very long time, Claudio was helping us to negotiate and write things, but lately he's been... He'll think on it. Compromised?
That's a fair assessment.
Which has led to complications on our end. He's not proving to be consistent. But he is capable at what he does, and I would like it if he could focus on the task at hand again, but I don't know what to do.
So the problem specifically is that the hob market in this Erica Delane is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
How would Your Majesty like this dealt with if he had his way?
I'd like to see Claudio... I'd like to see my ally available again to me, and I'd like to see Her power base has gone too strong. But I don't know what to do. Especially, he's concerned about doing things neatly. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to fucking be sloppy about this. And it's very easy to make this sloppy.
Sure not. I will, as a favor to His Majesty of Boston, I will do this for you.
Smile sweetly. I would consider myself in your debt.
She'll smile.
You can make me a wits empathy roll if you want.
What is going on?
You win and you can re-roll those too.
I did. Oh, wow.
So he's not quite so emboldened as, or he's not quite as meek as Griffin was. This one is a little more
Assertive.
obvious about the fact he's definitely finding you attractive.
Oh.
He's not being sloppy about it,
Mm-hmm.
but she can tell.
She will. It is the. She kind of the way Andreas has this machismo ness about him. Kim has a feminineness about her, and she is going to assert that a little bit more, and she will just politely acknowledge that he is acknowledging her.
I see you, senpai. You see me.
Yeah, like I see.
Okay.
That is she that manipulative? Let's check that out.
We'll see.
She might be. That's a
Probably is.
that's a hot iron for another thing. It's the things go forward.
You have to let me know how many successes you got on your manipulation socialize roll there.
Oh no, it's nothing that's gonna happen right now.
Okay. But yeah, he'll give her again. He gives her a polite smile. He just kind of he lets it go for now because again, this is not a sloppy man. He'll just smile at her.
She will bow again and politely take her leave.
I'll watch her go. Again, not being overly anything. Just I see you.
Mm-hmm. And
Is Richard there or not? It's up to you.
she, depending on, I assume that since he like had all that heavy wood.
He's probably tired, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so she was just like, I'm not gonna make you come out again.
Yeah, he was at the hotel chilling, resting, watching stuff.
And on the way out, a good segue to snish into Andreas. She will give him a call. Assuming she heard the rumors.
She has not heard the rumors yet. She is going to actually get surprised with this one.
Okay.
That's so sloppy. I hate when that happens when I'm doing it. I did something. I'm sorry. Let me put Andreas back up. She will. When she gets back to the courts. There's something on her desk.
She'll open it.
It's a pair of Louboutins.
It's what?
A pair of Jimmy Choos.
She'll be like, nobody knows that I love Jimmy Choo's, like, and then she'll wonder. No.
Faye knows you so well.
For everyone that's probably guessing about Kim, she has a thing for Jimmy Choo's. And it's the only thing she doesn't, since her time back, it's the only thing she doesn't specifically think is atrocious and ugly. It's Jimmy Choo's. she's kind of like picking them up, and she'll like think of Andreas.
And she'll hear a very soft voice behind her. Andreas' soft voice say, do you like me?
And she will, let's see if she's able to keep her cool. Hell no. She drops the shoes to the floor and takes like maybe a big 5 inches like straight into the air as she like turns around.
She dropped the Jimmy Choo. Oh God.
Like,
She dropped the chew. Let's pause everybody for that moment. He'll grin and he'll smile at her, like very sweetly.
the fuck is this?
It's Jimmy Choo.
No shit. The fuck is this? She looks at her like,
I don't know what happened.
and she'll
As
kind of
I understand it, I woke up in the morgue.
spellbind Autumn one. Like, because she's like fiddling with her pistols, just like I don't know.
Yeah, he'll kind of like he does have the scarring from what happened to him, and he'll just kind of like shake his head like I woke up in the morgue.
God damn it. Hold on, let me just figure that out.
Now that is the court morgue, by the way, in case that does help.
That does help,
Okay,
but she is still
a suspicious bitch.
yeah, because
Naturally, that's why I love her.
like it's taking everything within her not to react to him the way she probably should.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it's not showing up. What's the role for Spellbind Autumn one?
I don't know off the top of my head. I have to look it up.
It's not showing up on something that's not coming up for some reason. So
Yeah. Do you just want to say like whatever? Just rolled it. You succeeded in the sport.
okay.
So yeah, what is it she want to know?
Basically, is there like magical effects around him?
There are actually no magical effects around him. He's alive. That's a magical effect, I guess.
She'll look at
Pretty
him.
fucking magical effect, not gonna lie, but he is alive.
She's going to look at him, and it's you, and she'll kind of like poke him.
You ever have one of those moments where you think about it and like you're told, if I were about to die, what would I think about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's actually saying that to her, by the way. I don't know if that's clear or not.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah.
Right before I died,
Mm-hmm.
thought about you.
She kind of puts her head down, and here comes the tears as she actually cared about this asshole. Like,
I thought about you and if you'd be okay, if you'd be upset, if you'd I thought about you and then I realized that you were strong. And what I admired about you, what I'd come to love about you is that you always moved ahead. Nothing stopped you. And so I realized you'd be okay.
she'll
And I was able
she'll punch him in the shoulder. hard.
So I was able to die in peace. And I realized my daughters would be okay. My son would be okay. And I started to think about something else, and I have no idea what it was because I'm fairly certain right after that I died.
Such an asshole. She just
I know
looks
I am. But I'm your asshole, right?
she'll smile.
He's looking at her like, fuck.
She'll hug him.
Say that. He'll hug her back. He'll actually lean down
Hmm.
and be so fucking emboldened as to press his lips to her very gently. It's the softest, most what the hell kiss. It's not the what the hell in the sense of like what is he doing? It's more of a it's hard to read
Hmm.
what he meant by it. And it's not so quick that it settles the mind, as in it was a fatherly kiss, but it's not so long that it was definitely a lover's kiss. It was just for her.
What's empathy? That's suspicious, still suspicious. It's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes. No, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 8, 9, 10.
Nothing.
Oh, baby.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
she can't read them. She doesn't know what it is.
She's confused by it, and it like audibly shows on her face.
He'll grin. He's not so close to her anymore that it's even romantic. Like he pulled his head fully back.
Hmm.
And again, this man is fucking 6'5", so but he will smile at her a little bit and say, "What is it? ¿Qué pasa? What's wrong?"
She'll kind of like mull it around in her head and kind of think about it. You're weird. She finally will like blurt out. Not in a like, oh my gosh, you're creepy, but in the sense I am not sure about you sometimes.
Good.
It's not unsettling, it's not weird, it's just, well, it is weird. It's just there, kind of pregnant, if you will.
Well, yeah, literally. He'll kind of look down at her like to say a few more obvious things while you're at it.
She's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm knocked up. But, and
At least it's not mine.
if this was yours, I would have to ask a lot of questions. This bullet would be in between your head. She gives him like a very like, I'm very serious. I would kill you.
Keep it up. He'll just look at her like, keep it up.
But no, yeah, 2 boys.
Did you miss me?
If you have to ask, she kind of just rolls her eyes impatiently.
Yeah, I do. Because I want to know. Did you miss me?
Yes.
Did you cry? He'll kind of like lean in.
Anyone else, they would have gotten shot. She just kind of gives him like a dirty ass look, like.
I hate to think of the idea that you cried over me. He'll actually look like sad for a second.
Well, yes, you're important.
Okay. You're important to me too.
She'll nod.
You can keep the job though. No, fuck no. I'm not taking this shit back.
So what are you going to do?
I don't give a shit. Maybe if my man is still around, I might get married. And I'll take care of the babies. I'm done killing people. Not well, like officially, like for the court. You know, I'm gonna keep killing people, obviously. You know, like no, of course we'll fucking keep killing people. This isn't a question.
She'll just kind of like, God, you'll never change.
Your death can't knock that shit off.
Evidently. She'll look at him.
He'll smile at her. I'm tired. Can you believe it? I died and came back to life, and I'm still tired.
Why are you tired?
I don't know. Be nice to know, but I don't know.
She'll look
But
up.
I did miss you, like a little bit. Like he'll put his fingers like a little bit apart.
What's that?
What? That I missed you.
And why is that?
Because you know, like when you like you have like a like what's that thing they call it again? Oh, yeah, when you care about somebody. It's just like the fuck.
Fucking Martian. She looks at him like,
Whatever. Mi putacita.
obviously. But gosh.
Where's your husband?
He's sleeping.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll kind of like look at her, bite his lip.
She'll kind of like look at him again and like not moving back or moving forward, just kind of watching him.
Nah.
She's studying
Nah.
him like she's not saying no. She's not like the defiant like fuck you. Like it's more of a she's watching him.
He's watching her too. He's being careful, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But not so careful that he's being fucking retarded, you know what I mean? He's thinking, he's considering. I don't like to make rolls for stuff like this, but should I make a roll? Should I make a roll? Let me get my
Just
flirt on. Let me roll for it. I'll roll in a minute for him. That's way too many dice. I mean, I roll that many dice. That's too many dice for him. That's right. I hit too far.
apparently he can read her.
Yeah, there we go. No, honey, that was the seduction roll. Um,
Oh.
that's his flirtation roll. He's being flirty with her right now.
She
He's enjoying
will
it.
fine. We'll play it out. It
Okay.
kind of catches her a little off guard as she's like watching him and like the last words they kind of hit her. Well, the gaze more or less kind of like hits her a bit. And it takes a minute for her to realize like what's happening. And she'll will probably uncharacteristically towards her, not realizing that she will chuckle and laugh. And not it's not a condescending laugh. It's that was cute.
Smile at her.
So what are you telling me?
I'll look at her. He'll look at the skin like on her neck.
Mm.
Kind of let his eyes gaze down her shoulder. I'm telling you that I don't want you to think that I only want you for something so petty and classless. But he'll bite his lip.
That would change the the nuances of our relationship. Not to say that I haven't thought about it.
Hmm. I'm glad you have. Is that a change that you're unwilling to make? Like for real, for a moment, like respect, and he's being respectful. Like he's legit.
I love Richard, and I care for him a great deal.
Hmm.
But there is something about you that makes me feel like a woman that I appreciate.
He'll take his hands and kind of gently, with his very fingertips, touch her shoulders.
Hmm. She will. She won't like recoil from it, but she says, "I've never been the type of woman to sneak or have the audacity to hide." She'll chuckle. If I was going to do anything with you, you would know about it.
I would expect no less. It'd be a disrespect otherwise. I'm not doing that to another man. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you want to find me, and if your husband's okay with it, come find me. And if not, he'll shrug. Then it's nothing. Dreams are okay.
And now you're a hopeless romantic. Golly. So many contradictions with you today.
I just died. I'm tired. What do you want? I know what I want, but
Well, obviously.
what I want, what you want, maybe two different things. But you, I can tell something about you that you're not saying.
And what's that?
You got somebody else in your eyes too, though. I know my girl. Look at your eye.
She kind of like smirks a little bit.
Who was it? Tell me.
And
He'll kind of like he'll actually wrap his arms around her playfully, like kind of lightly pulling her to him. It's not like that sexual.
hmm
And he'll kind of like yeah, again he'll pull her to him. Like, tell me, who was it?
I, I, she,
Oh, it's complicated.
of course, it's complicated.
Oh my God, tell me. I need to know.
I was going to pay a simple respect. I went to Boston, right? And I was going just to go by. I stopped by the court to say hi. And he, I just said hi. And he was like into me. And it was weird. He wasn't like most guys are just like clumsy and like awkward about it. But mm-mm.
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-mm. She'll kind of like find herself chuckling at it. I'm
It's
not
good.
sure. I'm
Hold
not
on.
sure.
It's good. It's good. It's a good. That's a good treat. That would be. He'll think on it. He'll say that would be a good treat. He's discreet. You know what I mean?
Mhm. The thing is, it's just that if I can be honest, I feel a little guilty for the fact that it's for like 50 years. It's just been me and Richard and like that one guy in high school. But I've never really saw someone else like that. Besides
think
you, that is. I mean, that's
that
like everyone. So,
you really just said that. Wow. He'll kind of like look at her like, nice. You really just said it out loud. Okay. Love you too, though. He'll grin at her for admitting it, of course. And he'll say, I think that's why Richard doesn't mind.
you don't think it's wrong? Feels
What's
kind of
wrong?
wrong.
What's right? We kill people, for fuck's sake.
Well,
Well,
killing
no,
is
yeah, that's our limit. Yeah, no, we're gonna fucking murder people, but no, God forbid we're monogamous. What the fuck?
no. Shut up and be serious for a minute. It's just like killing
I'm
people
being
is easy.
serious. I'm being serious.
Killing people is easy. You know.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's easy, but you know, look, this is the way I see it, okay? As long as you're not, and I'm gonna say it like how I'm gonna say it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not putting your pussy all over town, you know, and you're being sloppy. What's wrong with someone owning themselves? You know? Men do it. Nobody gives a fuck or says anything. A man keeps mistresses, a man does this thing, no one says anything. And we all know, like for instance, straight up, but like Helene in. We all know half the people in this town are fucking half of everybody else. Let's be honest.
She'll smile. I don't know. I guess there's a part of me that kind of enjoys being a lady.
Well,
I mean,
that's what
I'm kind of blunt and I'm crass, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm a lady.
you are. But you gotta own you. You gotta do what you want to do.
I know.
And if what you want to do is keep company and experiment a little bit, be discreet. Enjoy yourself. Give yourself that. But you know, me and my lady, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When I was married, when I was younger. You know, I was married, I had a wife, everything. And that was what my wife's rule was, Jenny. She told me, Andreas, it's cool if you go out, you know, have your fun. But at the end of the day, respect me as your wife, the mother of your children. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the way I see it. Respect. As long as you're being respectful, as long as you understand, you know, you got a husband at home, stuff like that. But then again, I actively would like to see you gripping my sheets and screaming my name out. So I may not be the best person to give you advice on this.
She'll just
What kind of grin at him?
like, it's like you could be like so cool one minute and then you're like just like I
Important you keep that in perspective and remember that. We'll just like nod at her, like,
she'll
let's be
like
honest.
grab
I want to be
she'll
real
like
with you.
she'll like grab his nose like knock it off like damn.
Just pointing it out.
No, that is I know.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to use you, okay? Like he'll hold his hands up like really, that's what it is. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to tell you something to my advantage.
I'd say something catty, but that's not my style.
Go say it. Say it.
And
He'll like grab her hips and pull her forward to him.
she'll say, I'm not defenseless, and sometimes it's not. It's fun being used a little bit sometimes. That's all I'm saying. From time to time.
By his lip. He'll playfully catch like her hands in like his hands, and he'll kind of pin them behind her back, playfully.
And she'll just like smirk and like you are insatiable.
Oh yes, of course I am. It's a Latino blood, you know.
They're like all horny, I swear to God.
Hmm. I haven't even told you some of the things that I've wanted to do to you. Like we haven't even been there yet. I haven't.
Why is this? I am still a lady. She looks at him like,
You're a lady.
yes, asshole. Like,
Oh, you're a lady, but you know what the problem is
what?
with you?
Hmm.
And he'll lean down and he'll kind of bring his lips to her ear, and he'll say, "You're the kind of lady who likes to lay on top, and you know it. You know you love it. You're the kind of lady who likes to look at a man underneath her, moaning and writhing." He'll
Shoot.
kind of like pull a little bit closer, kind of nibble on her earlobe.
And she will kind of, in that typical artist air touched way, just kind of shiver in that breathy sort of tone. And she'll smile, giggle. I have my quirks, yes. I'm quirky.
You do have your quirks.
Be serious for a minute. And she'll like lightly push him away. Like,
You
get off.
think the way he'll kind of when she tries to push him away, it's not that predatory aggressive like sexual way. It's just that strong way. He doesn't quite let her.
Uh-huh.
And what he'll say to her is, you think the way I feel isn't serious?
She will look at him again. I question it sometimes.
Then let me make it very clear to you. The way I feel about you is very serious. There are some things that don't need to be spoken. There are some things that don't need to be said between two people. And he'll kind of like lift his hand up to cup her cheek, and his thumb will basically kind of trace across her lip. But I promise you, the way I feel about you is serious.
She will give him a defiant smirk. Is that a fact?
That's a damn fact. He'll let go of her and step back.
She will hold herself a little bit like she's thinking about something.
He'll let her. He'll give her space. He's not pushing.
She's definitely thinking about it. She's just like, you know, when sounds fucked up when I say it, but she's having at can I blame this on something else? And then she thinks better of it. She's like, she'll smirk at him. And she will kind of, in her own flirtatious way, push her hair behind her ears. Well, if that's the way you feel, I'm not going to make it easy for you.
And you know I'd never want you to.
Mm-mm. Not common, and I'm not cheap. Thank you for the shoes, though, sweetie. She'll chuckle.
He'll give her a soft grin. Do dinner with me in 2 nights?
I could do that.
Okay. He'll give her another soft smile. He realizes he's reached his limit, his point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anything more is cheap and sloppy. So he's bowing out. But he does, like, again, he does care a lot about her, and that's never something she should question.
Mm-hmm.
He does give her a little polite kind of a bow.
She
And he'll say,
will walk over next to him and just give him kind of like tiptoe the best she can. And just give him a tight peck on the chin.
a smile.
It's sweet.
Mm. Goodbye.
Later, handsome. She smiled.
And he'll skip out. Not literally. Skip. No, like walk out like a normal person.
And Ken will just hoist herself up. Before you go, I need your help. Seriously.
Oh, stop. Like he was half out the door, and he just stops and shakes his head.
No, not
And
that, you asshole. Like, she looks at him like.
that wasn't what I was thinking, you bitch. And he'll just turn around and lean against her door. For the fuck all of it, he's doing it sexily, too.
She'll look at him. She's fucking.
There you go. He's got one success to be sexy about leaning against her door.
And she'll look at him and she'll be like, God, you're like worse than a 16-year-old.
For all you know, it could be a 16-year-old.
What the hell
She's a
you
bear
are?
skin, so. What do you need my help with?
Erica.
What do you need? I just got back. And you're going to throw that at me.
Exactly.
I don't even know what you're talking about. The worst part is I know what you're talking about because you were in fucking Boston and you were talking to the king.
It has to be done.
Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? Tell me.
It's more the fact that officially she is pissed off way too many people. And
Okay.
they're upset.
Okay.
Normally, she'll look at him. I wouldn't ask, but
Face lights up.
yeah, she was just like, she kind of looks down like, I don't know, I kind of need your help.
Oh, yes. He doesn't say it, but it's it's like Christmas.
She like, you can tell it's just like she doesn't. It's Kim. She's independent. Like I can handle my own shit, but she's like.
He'll look at her like it's Christmas, and like he's gonna take this one to and then he'll just soften for a second, and he'll be like, "What do you need?"
This would be my first time going out with you, doing something like this in an official capacity. She goes up like that. So I like to be able to do it right and properly. So I am for this deferring to you.
So you need me to stay on as your mentor.
Well,
Minister
yes.
of Thunder. Or of Lightning, I'm sorry. Nightmares.
Before I become the mistress of nightmare, she kind of smacks. I need to know what the fuck I'm doing.
Because I did die and leave you in the position before. Yeah, I get it. It was that was kind of sudden. It was, yeah.
You know how awkward it feels about people just going out there willy-nilly and fucking up in a public way.
Yeah, exactly. What? I know. Fuck. Okay.
Can you help me with this? I consider it a favor.
You consider it a favor? Shit. Put yourself out there like that. I was just gonna do it for free for you because it's you.
Oh, since you said it was for free, then it's over. Thank you.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. No.
She was
calling yourself favors all over time.
No, she's like smirking.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna remember that later. I'm gonna remember that.
Okay.
I have a cat of nine tails with your name on it. Ooh.
She looks at him again and she says, well, I do misbehave from time to time.
I'm gonna go before I have a reaction that you're not going to be happy about.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, poor
She'll,
baby. You're the one with the poor baby problem, not me.
she'll kind of like tap her stomach like, yeah, I am nothing.
I can miss. I cannot,
A true lady never tells what exactly she's into. You'll just have to figure that out now, won't you?
Yeah. It's a task I'm readily up for. And he'll give her a wink.
All right,
Now I'm
well,
gone.
bye, old man.
Are you gonna let me go now? Or do we have anything else you need from me before I go?
She'll just shake her head from side to side. No, thank you.
Okay. I
And
could say
she'll
something right
wave.
now, but I'm not going to. And he'll walk off, like just shaking his head, like I'm not going there.
He will like yell behind him, and what's that? You scared of me?
I'm scared of you. Am I scared of you?
And she'll like.
Oh my, no! Now he can. Okay, fine. You want to go there? Fine. Okay. Sure. Okay. He'll walk back in. Walk back in, and he'll go behind her. Like her desk is there. He'll go behind her. Okay. And he'll you brought this on yourself. 7 out of 7 eggs. And he'll go behind her, and he'll look over what she's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
He'll give her clothes a look. Kind of figure it out if it's something high end, or she made it, or if it's just off the Target rack, what she did today.
She would never wear anything from Target. I'm just pointing that out.
I know, but just checking. Okay, so he'll kind of go behind her, and he'll spin her about. Like he'll kind of like he'll hold a hand out to her, basically. Spin her like a little ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll put his hand gently on the back of her neck.
Mm-hmm.
And unless she stops him, he's gonna bend her over her desk.
Whoa! Like as soon as he does that, she's just like, Poppy.
He's like, you don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Saying anything goes in my butt, we're fighting. And she looks at him.
Yeah, but he'll bend her over the desk. And his hand will basically stroke one of her cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll pull his hand back. Like he's in a spanker.
Oh dear.
Is she gonna stop him?
See what kind of mood she's in right now. That's not an answer.
God, you need to learn this isn't an answer, computer.
Apparently she's yeah, she's okay with it. Fuck it.
Yeah, essentially what'll happen is he'll pull his hand back, like I mean full strike, and swing. Like his arm will arc the air beautifully and literally stop like a millimeter from her skin.
Mm-mm.
He just stops and doesn't like slap her ass.
She'll kind of wince a little bit, anticipating the strike. And there's a whole lot being said right here, right now.
Yeah, his thumb will basically kind of caress that joint between her shoulder and her neck.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll actually stroke her hip very carefully with his other hand, the one that was about to strike her.
You will notice that the seam of the dress that she's wearing, you'll see the garter that's holding up. She doesn't wear like the Target the full length stockings. It's the ones where you actually have to use the clip to connect the stockings to her underwear. It's the full on thing. Where most girls use it just to be sexy for that one time. This is actually part of her like getting together.
He'll smile.
It's classy bitch right
He'll kind of run his hand down her back from her neck. And he'll kind of stroke. His hand was on her hip, and he'll kind of stroke more towards like the front of her hip.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll lean over, and he will basically kiss the back of her neck with one sweet little kiss. Her stubble basically tickling her skin.
Yeah, she doesn't have curves. Like they don't make curves like that anymore.
Yeah, they don't. They really don't. And he'll say, I have an idea what you want for dessert, dear. 2 nights. In Spanish.
She doesn't understand that because she doesn't speak Spanish. Oh yeah, she just.
Oh. He'll look at her and he'll say, oh, you didn't know what I said, did you?
And let's do it, more fate. Yep, all the childlike innocence in her eyes, like, but she liked it.
He'll nibble at her earlobe. He's so tall that he's just able to just fit to her like a fucking glove right now. He's not putting any weight on her stomach.
She's like, she'll smile at him and says, yeah, you're a very attractive man, Andrea. Says she will kind of push back on him slightly.
He'll roll his hips forward, actually. He'll thrust. Like, it's one of those, like, sensual thrusts.
Mm-hmm. And she will place her back, like, on his chest and kind of, like, stroke his cheek. Not today, though, and then just kind of twirl out of his arms. I have to go.
He'll smile. He'll actually let her. He'll actually flop down into her chair. Smiling. Give her that look.
I told you. She'll blow him a kiss. And leave her office.
Now, this is the quick thing I need to do.
Okay.
1 second. Because somebody has high fucking larceny.
Oh dear.
As she's walking out,
Mm-hmm.
she notices that her stockings start to roll down her thigh.
She looks down and she says, she like blushes, like, and she turns around like, asshole.
He's got her guard in his teeth.
She'll look, asshole. Fucking asshole.
Mine.
She pulls out her, like, mine. Like,
he's got it in his teeth. He's not letting go.
Dios mío. Slap him in the. She'll like playfully slap him in the cheek. Give it. Damn. Like.
Open his mouth. Go. Get out of here. Get out of here before you end up doing things on your desk that would make your fucking husband blush.
I don't blush, you know that.
I said your husband, not you.
I'm a fully evolved woman, and she just looks at him and laughs. Clip, clip, clip. And she'll walk out.
Bye, Scooby Snacks.
She'll flip him off. Asshole.
I think we can end our scene there.
Yeah, we can end it there.
Bye, watchers.